this is Father Ken Lau, and welcome to the new episode of Nuggets for the Soul. Last June, I gave a talk to the youth group here at St. Mary's, and they have a theme about freedom for the month of June. So I gave a talk entitled Happy, Joyous, and Free, and I asked them, how many of you here would like to be happy, joyous, and free? All of them, of course, raised their hands. And there's a connection between freedom and happiness. Okay, and freedom doesn't mean that you could do whatever you want whenever you want. Okay, that's not freedom. Freedom is to be able to do what you are ought to do, and we're all given this freedom by God. You know, it's one thing that differentiates us from animals is that we are free to choose. Okay, and the reason why God gave us that freedom is so that we will be able to be free to love, because if there's no freedom, then we won't be able to love. We can't coerce somebody to love. But even though we have that freedom, we know how hard it is to really choose to love. St. Paul said in Romans chapter 7, verse 19, "For I do not do the good I want, but the evil I do not want is what I do." Okay, so we see here there's that lack of freedom with St. Paul that I'm sure all of us could identify. That's why we need to ask for the infilling of the Holy Spirit. In 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17, it says, "Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom." Okay, because the more that we experience the love of God through the Holy Spirit, the more that we'll be able to love Him and love others. And also, the Holy Spirit also gives us that power to be able to say yes to God and say no to sin. And when we're loving other people, that's where we experience peace and joy. Okay, sure, you've experienced happiness that is the fruit of loving other people or being loved by other people. Okay. John chapter 15, verse 10, it says, "If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my commandments and abide in His love. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete." Okay, so we see here how whenever we're loving, we're trying to obey the will of God, which is to love. We are abiding in Jesus, okay? And when we abide in Jesus, we experience the joy that is complete that He wants us to experience. So I hope you see here the connection between freedom, love, and then joy. So okay, so I hope we experience more and more freedom to be able to love, so that when we love, we experience that joy. The living saint, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, we trust in you.